right, so I've got my beautiful wife Rebecca here. We're in the Cutlass. Show us what this seat does.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It rolls outward.
Well, my bag's in the way back there, but check this out. So the seat rotates. I do remember this. I had a friend in...
Back in the 70s, we just all kind of hung out.
Oh yeah, right there with the open door.
You know, I
That wouldn't
remember
work.
Tasty Freeze and Shoney's.
Oh yeah, I had a friend in high school in the 80s who had a little silver car, and it had these swivel front seats just like this.
Yeah.
Pretty
Super
cool.
Super cool.
Super cool. All right, well, we're going to travel facing forward.
All right.
Let's go. We don't have an oil light on. I wish I had an oil pressure gauge, but I don't. Of course, not running hot. I'm cruising now about 60, getting on up there.
I had to adjust the mirror, which there's not much of. It's pretty small.
Isn't it great? I love it. So we were talking about a few things earlier. The dash is kind of shrunk up in some areas.
Got a little crack.
Little crack right there. But think about this for a moment. Now this is clearly not a garage kept car. Yeah, that's just
Little
heating up.
age on this baby girl.
And she's just coming apart. And look at this other side. It's the same way. These are the pillars here.
Yeah.
They're just a plastic, but the plastic's just deteriorated. But this one has held up quite well for the extreme heat that you can imagine. There's no tint on this glass, so if this car's been sitting outside, it probably gets really hot in here, and then it gets really cold and really hot and really cold and really hot and really cold, and this is what happens with the age and the time. Our heat and air works.
Yeah, it works nicely.
Yeah. And your mirror, you had to like roll the window down and push it by hand. But on my side here, I've actually got this adjuster.
Oh, that's nice.
And you were making a comment. I guess all the instruments and the control for everything is focused to
I
the
think
driver.
this is interesting how it's like angled toward the driver. Like, you don't mess with my controls. This is for the driver that is in charge.
I am in charge.
Don't nobody be messing with my air.
That's right.
Look, the air is just totally focused toward the driver.
Do not touch the
Then you got
thermostat.
these guys.
Oh, hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Look how it rotates.
For
in the
Mama,
gun.
I guess, if she was riding side saddle.
Yep.
And then this little guy right
Oh, I like the little guy.
here to point it toward your
I got
feet.
a little guy too. Look at here.
Yep, that's
Sweet.
nice.
I like the little guy now. That's if you're extra cold. Who needs a heated seat when you got a little guy?
Yeah. What do you call this?
A visor?
The visor.
It
It swivels. It kind of angles like that,
Yep.
and then you can angle it over
Oh yeah.
like this. That's pretty handy, except it's a little bit
That is handy.
loosey-goosey. I'm feeling like if you're in an accident, you'd be scalped, decapitated.
Do you see these lines? They go up and turn in the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Is that
Is
not
that
cool?
for the
And it comes out here
defrost?
and ends. You know what that is? I think that's a
Okay.
defrost.
ends about right here? It goes over and down.
And it was so well engineered that it didn't crack the glass. I'm guessing if it was too much power, you hit the switch and the glass is cold and it would just break. But not this one.
You know, I expected a stronger smell in here.
I like
Either
it.
of fuel, you know,
Yep.
or just that nostalgic scent of the past.
Yep. Yep. What do you smell?
I don't know, aged interior. But it's just not as, it looks like it has a strong smell, but it doesn't.
And here's
I
the
think it's
amazing thing.
interesting.
Yeah, it does make sense. It is an aged interior. You're actually smelling the interior. You're not smelling cigarette smoke,
Yeah.
which was very common.
Oh, yeah.
To be
I
doing
mean, back in the day, there were vending machines that little kids had access to. You just go pop in your quarters and get you a pack of cigarettes.
If they could pull that chrome knob hard enough, they could get them a pack. That's so true. I never did that, but
I didn't either.
I never thought about it, actually.
Yeah, I know. Many times I did see somebody sitting in the car, and the little kid, you know, was sent out to go get the pack of cigarettes for whoever was sitting in the car. When I think about the 70s, it's like a smoke haze.
But some of that's very nostalgic to me.
Very.
Not the smoke necessarily, but the way a person would smell who did smoke.
Yes.
Their beard, clothes, but it doesn't come off easy.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
The dingy yellow roofs in the houses that were smoked in, now that wasn't cool. I didn't really care for that.
Yeah.
It didn't do well in a house.
No.
Or even really in a car, but for some reason the car and the individual was more acceptable than the domicile.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally. I mean, I didn't experience a lot of the 70s, but of course there's a lot of bleed over into the next decade. So I'm a warped 80s kid myself, you know, born in the 70s. It's a lot of my childhood has that flavor.
That's right. Well, and there were a lot of 70s vehicles still being driven in the 1980s.
Yeah. What year model was that Camaro that my dad had?
So I believe that was a 79.
Okay.
Very common two-tone blue. In the 70s, the Camaros were, I don't want to say gaudy because I don't want to give it a negative connotation, but they were loud. You know, the striping was screaming at you.
Oh, yeah.
The badging was screaming at you. Great looking cars.
Yeah.
Iconic. So this car sure is riding smooth. This car is 48 years old.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the suspension hasn't been altered. This is more or less an unrestored car. It's not purely stock, but it's unrestored. So what do you think about this ride?
I mean, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Much nicer than some late model vehicles I've been in.
That's true. And this isn't even a four-door car, but you'd have to get into something big with a full frame to get this kind of a ride.
Totally.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Now, don't you think that part of the reason is because this thing is like an entire island riding down the road? It's like, it's a landmass.
So are you saying,
on the highway?
Are you saying even though it's a two-door,
this thing has its own gravitational pull? You know?
Yeah.
I think that's part of it.
Ooh, it sure is beautiful out here in West Tennessee.
It is. It's a gorgeous day. This is the quintessential Sunday afternoon drive.
Yep, 2024. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this tour. We've really enjoyed driving the Cutlass. The car has done really well. And what's that, like 2.5 hours of driving?
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
It was
Hope
nice.
you enjoyed the whole path. Rebecca, anything you want to say?
No, thanks for taking me on a ride.
Oh, you're so welcome. And thank y'all for coming along on the ride with us. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Please put down in the comments your thoughts. Maybe like or subscribe or share this video with someone who you think might enjoy content like this.
Yeah,
Thanks
we really appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.